Hello, this is the Brass Love One, Healer Tarot 9 here on YouTube. This is a storyline reading for Rasheem Carter. And why I'm doing another one for Mr. Carter is because last night, well really the middle of the night when I was trying to go to sleep, I turned off everything and I laid down to go to sleep. And as soon as I shut my eyes, I saw Mr. Carter. So I couldn't come in the middle of the night and do it. I didn't do it earlier, and it's been on my mind to get done. So I can't get out of doing it because God want me to do it. So it was a vision. I wasn't asleep, so I didn't get a chance to go to sleep. So Mr. Carter had no shirt on, and he was walking. He's walking, and he's looking through a lot of like bushes or trees or whatever this was. He had no shirt on. He was sweating and he was walking. And then that was the back of him I was seeing. But then I saw an angle of him from the front where he was approaching, like you coming toward, like he coming toward me or coming toward whoever. So I got to see a front view of him. So he was walking, but he had a look on his face, and he had anxiety, he had fear, he had all kind of feelings going on in him because of what was going on. But he got shot in the, let me see, because I got to turn around, let me see. So it's the right. So he got shot in the back, the upper back before you hit the shoulder. So he got shot in the back because he went backwards. It's like he got shot and he went backwards. His body fell backwards. And then he was like being pulled by one arm, then being pulled by both arms. So somebody had some kind of fire going on around there. At first I thought that he might have got burnt and all, but then I say he must didn't get burnt because they had a skull and a piece of his body. So evidently he didn't get burned. But you do know that people can burn people and put their ashes in the water and all kind of things. People do all kind of things out here. They can. So only thing I heard of being found was his skull and a piece of his abdomen or pelvis or whatever that was, and everything else was missing. I saw a red house, so if it's not red, it's a dark brown or something like that. House that was not far from him, somewhere around there. I didn't see him go in it because, like I said, it was like he got shot from the back and the upper back, right shoulder, right back, that direction. And he went backwards and he got dragged. But he went through torture as far as in his mind. So by God's giving me Mr. Carter last night, it's like God want me to do another storyline. But I just need whoever that's a witness to call in and just be anonymous. Because you can be anonymous and call, but you already know that. Just be a human being and call and tell on who you need to tell on, because you know Mr. Carter was murdered. Mr. Carter was murdered. Mr. Carter was murdered. If something happened to your loved one, you would want somebody to tell you who did it, and you would want them punished. Mr. Carter did not deserve what happened to him. We have to be visual. We have to be We got to really think deeply when we go different places for jobs and things like that, especially when you go in places where it's people that is predominantly another race that's not yours, and you have a lot to offer, because people be jealous of you. Because remember, your skin is the color it is, and they still think you are less than, and you're supposed to be underneath. And some don't want you to win, and that's just the bottom line. You're not going to be better. So, in Mr. Carter's case, somebody didn't want him to win, didn't want him to make it, didn't want him to live. Get what I'm saying? It was racism all over this this situation with Mr. Carter. Because Mr. Carter did nothing to nobody but just go for a job and get in a fuss. And that shouldn't equal to being murdered and having his body parts found, or being eaten by animals, as they say. Why is he being eaten by animals? Is anybody else in the town being eaten by animals? Is anybody else? Is it one? What kind of animals you have running around that's eating people? Tell me, what kind of animals that you have running around in the trees or around there just eating people? They should be running through the town then. If you got so many animals that eat people, they should be running all throughout your town, down your streets. It sounds like you might have fed them to the animals. That's what it sounds more like. You fed him to the animals. You hear what I'm saying, right? So twist that around. So do anybody have an actual farm around there? Some kind of farm? Because if you got wild animals that's wild like that, that's eating people, it should be more than Mr. Carter. It should be other people who've been eaten so far too. If it's that out of control. It's time for some justice for Mr. Carter. It's time for a witness, whoever you are, to stand up and talk and be a human being and have some kind of compassion in your heart. Because you're going to be judged just like whoever the culprits is. You are going to be judged because God is coming after you too, along with these people. You're not unscathed because you know all about it. And you're not opening your mouth to get justice for Mr. Carter. And God wants justice for Mr. Carter. If you end up on my channel, you're in trouble with God. God wants justice for the life of Mr. Carter. Because you had no right to take his life away. I hear the good old boys. Let's just flow. Which direction to start Mr. Carter's Storyline Universe? I'm the Brass Love 1 Healer Tarot 9 here on YouTube. I did a storyline reading on my Healer Tarot channel for Mr. Carter 2023. But I don't have that channel anymore. But there's one on this channel too. Further down, you will see one for Mr. Carter on this channel here. But God bringing Mr. Carter back. But he's in motion. He's in a vision. Not a still picture, but a vision. He's walking. And it's not even like he looking to see where to go next. He looking like, the way he looking is like to see, is anybody over there, anybody over there. It's like Mr. Carter was being hunted. Get what I'm trying to say? It's like he is being hunted. Get what I'm saying? He don't know which way to go because first of all, he dealing with a bunch of trees. It's like a maze. He don't know that town. He don't live there. He don't have no car. He can't get back home. He's just plain out trapped. It was made impossible for Mr. Carter to get out of that situation. And the people who told him to come for a job or whatever, those people, very people right there, they showed in their actions that they really didn't care about Mr. Carter. They showed that they was Judases. They show that we can't put our trust in everybody. I don't care what color they are, because color don't matter. Anybody can be a Judas. But as far as going somewhere where you got everybody that don't look like you at, and you just feel that everybody's going to welcome you in, you might as well forget that. That's not true. Even down to the person that you know, they can turn on you in a heartbeat, because when it's all over with, their skin is not like yours. And they think the same way. You just got to get them mad enough for it to come out. Okay? And that's fact. Okay? So we have here, which one to start? Mr. Carter, Storyline Universe, and all about it. You gave them back to me, Lord. So tell me something, give me something, or whatever. For this witness, we need the witness to come forth. We need the witness here to come forth. We need some kind of witness to come forth. To call the FBI, call somebody other than anybody in that town, because the sheriff department in that town don't count. They don't count because they don't give a, because he's an outsider, and they part of the problem because all of them think the same. So let's just see which direction to start his Storyline Universe. This. Okay, let's just bear with me, because the card's going to make some noise. Bear with me. Universe, you know about it. Is it a, it looked like it was red though, a red house. If not red, dark brown house, burgundy house, or any kind of house that's nearby those woods or wherever he was in that picture. Let's see. Stop, okay. So we have right here from this would be for his mother. To find his princess, he would win. That would be his mama. Follow me. I'm going to put that number 1, okay? Let's flow. Let's take some more from Mr. Carter, Universe. Because you want me to do Mr. Carter again. Because you're bringing him back to me. Ducking wouldn't help Mr. Carter. Because these people was going to be who they were. Get what I just said? Ducking wouldn't help Mr. Carter. Because these people was going to be who they were. Get what I just said? And look at this one. It was a mastermind who created a shockwave for Mr. Carter. That's when you're playing something from A to Z. Anything in between is all planned out. Created a shockwave. Here's the next card I'm looking at. He was a caterpillar. And he is trying to bend forward. Because it was a lack of love. And some information he is going to get to show him that. As far as how these people was treating him or whoever invited him there. Here we go again. He had to be responsible for himself at one point because he is out there alone. Because whoever he knew there, it was a lack of love. Right? And he had no more time for lack. Let's just flow. Because whoever this person is that he actually know, some person he know, he is trying to weather things out with this person. Somebody he know who insisted on a period of time with him. But it wound up being some kind of intense madness that he wanted the person to bring in the emotional love, care. So we have right here that he's crying out at the house. So this could be the place where he was with the person he know, or it could be where they took him in a house. Follow me? Okay. What we need is for that witness to call the FBI, tell the FBI everything the person know. They got cell phones, it's probably recorded. what they did. Okay, let's slow. I'm hearing, is this a small hick town? It's called hick town? I don't know. I'm hearing that in my mind. I don't know. Do you record videos there or you don't? I don't know what you do there. I have no idea. I do know it was a betrayal for Mr. Carter. I do know that. I see the card right here. He needed loving treatment from whoever this is that he went there to meet or whatever, for a job or whatever. But this person playing things out to the T. And then these other people did also, whoever. He wanted loving treatment from whoever this is that he know. Or the person wanted it from him because the person was homosexual. Let's just go. Universe, you know all about it. Tell me. I need for this witness to come forth. Come forth, come forth. If it was your relative, you don't want that, come forth. Look at God. God saying you the angel in this thing. You the angel in this thing. You need to come forth. You the angel in this thing. You the angel in this thing. I'm an angel right here, peeping through the peephole, this camera, and saying things out to you. But you the angel in this whole crowd of people. You the angel. And God wants you to peep through that peephole of love, of care, of humanity, and go make an anonymous call and show what? Some loving treatment for Mr. Carter. He deserved it. He didn't do anything to anybody because things got out of control, we know. So things was charged to the bank account, or some kind of way people was taking his money out his bank account, or anything as far as his bank account. Okay, so he was antsy at a place, and he was police station or someplace, wherever he was. So we have right here that here we got a place again. Thought swirling in his mind at the duplex. Still a place. The store, the police station is a place, wherever he was. Okay, so we have right here, you need to stand up against abuse. You got a choice. Whoever you are, this witness, you got a choice, God says, right? Because it was a war zone and it was a relapse for the person that he came there to meet, or for whoever was the head honcho who was doing whatever they was doing to him, or for you. Okay? Time was going by. Constantly going by. God wants you to soften your heart, whoever you are. Because we got somebody who know. Doom was the last resort for Mr. Rasheem. Mr. Carter. It was a countdown to recovery for his parents. But it's a countdown to recovery for you. Because you could be somebody who take drugs. You might be somebody who is a husband. But are you a God-like husband? Or this could be the person who was flirting with him, that he had to drop his burdens with. Or you could be a husband that take drugs yourself. And you're not a God-like husband if you're taking drugs. Let's just look. Or if you know what happened and you're not talking. So we have right here that you need not to postpone the active action. God wants you to speak up because God knows who you are. But these people weren't going to postpone the active action and do what they did against Mr. Carter because they chuckled about it. Follow me? You might have a problem with your wife, whoever you are, some kind of sexual issue. Follow me? So we have right here that Mr. Carter had to stop depending on others to grow with him because these people didn't want to grow with him. They wanted to take what he had and steal what he had. They didn't want to grow with him. But in this storyline for the witness, God saying, don't be waiting on these people to give themselves up and say they're guilty. God don't want that. God wants you to grow on your own. Be a flower and grow on your own. That is, reach out and tell the FBI. Anybody that's not in your town, though, because they don't count your town. It has to be police outside of your town. Because we have right here transporting of drug or infection. So whoever you are, you probably take drugs some kind of way. Or with your wife, you probably had problems with your wife. Well, you might have gave your wife an infection, because I see the blister card. Bad there. Follow me? So we have that it was a group of people that you was with. All them people who was chasing Mr. Carter. It could have been up to 15 or 6 people, or whoever it was. I don't know. Mr. Carter needed God to intervene in this situation because these people was monsters. Right? But God needs you to intervene and say something, because you can crack this case. Do something honorable. Check the time and the date and call and tell the FBI. You can stay anonymous as far as on the telephone. Tell them don't tell who you are and things like that. Mr. Carter came there to meet somebody. It was an honorable time, date, and set for a job or whatever. He was cheating on his achievements, and he wanted whoever this person was to take down the walls for love and be nice to him, whoever it was he came to meet. But then that person was homosexual, so that person might have wanted him to take down the walls for love, might have been flirting. But these people in the town who did what they did to Mr. Carter needed to take down the walls for love. Okay, you decided that you was going to be in. Just wait, I'm game, I'm in. So if you didn't physically put your hand on Mr. Carter, you stood there and watched or videotaped or whatever you did. So that makes you in some kind of way. Mr. Carter was boxed in here. He didn't want to be scratched off, but he got scratched off. But you don't want to be scratched off. And you might feel you boxed in because you don't want to tell on these people that you know is wrong. Mr. Carter was trying to get away from that place, but he had no way out. Because God wanted him not to loaf around and get out and change house. So he got out of the hotel or wherever he was with this man who he came to meet as far as a work. He did that. But God wants you to stop loafing around and change house. So if you have to move away from that town, you're going to have to do it. And they were to tell. Snitch, they call it, right? Because these people were sadistic. And you is like that too. If you think that was okay, what happened to Mr. Carter? Where some soul support is needed. Because, alright, somebody decided they want to get revenge on Mr. Carter. And that would be the man who he came there to get the job from. Anything like that. Because he left him out there knowing he have no way. Or these people who was racist. Figure they would get revenge on him because he was a black person. And they like they like inflicting pain on people that don't look like them. Right? There was no joking around. It was doomstown for Mr. Carter at that place. So we have the person who Mr. Carter came there to work for, to work with, or whoever this person is, wanted to stamp his name on Mr. Carter to have money in the bank. He really wanted to take Mr. Carter's place, take his money, take his idea, or whatever was going on there. The next one is, what you going to do about it? Because I want you to be strictly mine. So either this man was flirting and wanted Mr. Carter to be strictly his as a partner, or he wanted Mr. Carter's ideas and things like that. But Mr. Carter wanted to be strictly the jobs because he wanted to be picked for the job or whatever this might have been. He beat me so much. So he was holding on to Karen and being nice and all with somebody he came there to meet as far as a job. But the person was beating him emotionally, financially, or however. But as far as those people, they beat him so much. And he was holding on to love, meaning that he was still a nice person. They couldn't beat the God out of him, beat the kindness out of him, because he still was going to be who he was. So give me my key. So with this card here, I think this came out before for him, but I'm going to have to work this card. So whatever it was, he might have gave this person something. It don't have to be a key, but some kind of folder or whatever he might have took there as far as his job, resume or whatever. Something he might have gave whoever these people, or one person. And he wanted it back so he can just go back to wherever he came from. Mr. Carter, wherever he came from. Or he was going to go back to school and get some more education on whatever this job was or whatever he's going to do. So we have right here, camouflage won't work because Mr. Carter had a sixth sense that this man might have been a certain kind of way. It was like in a way he might have been thinking a little bit, but he wasn't sure. What is life to you? What is life to you? So what was life to these people, but what was life to Mr. Carter, right? So these people wasn't valuing Mr. Carter, and it was wake-up time for Mr. Carter, or you wasn't valuing him, right? Strike that. Or the man that he came to meet as far as a job wasn't valuing him. Or all of these people who beat on him or whatever they did wasn't valuing him. Because he was dealing with a creep that diminished him. And that would be the person he came to meet. Anybody as far as that job. Or anybody in this group of people here. Okay, dealing with something seasonal and compartment. So some kind of way he was going to be doing something seasonal as far as work there. Or you might do something to witness. You might do something that's seasonal. Your kind of work, whatever it may be. It was a betrayal with the person he came to work for. It was a betrayal with that person, betrayal. But it's a betrayal right now because you're a witness, whoever you are, separate from this man over here. Or you could be that man, I don't know, but separate. You somebody who was part of that crowd and seeing what happened. And you know what happened and you won't tell. You just want to focus on your essential needs. So here it is coming back at you. Who did it? Because everybody want to know who did it. Because whoever these people were salty. They were salty. They was ugly. They was snotty. They had attitudes. You get my drift? Mr. Carter was trying to go forward to get on his path. And with Mr. Carter, he might have felt like this job was his path. Whatever that job entailed, whatever it was, right? Where he felt like, I'm on my path. Get what I'm saying? But I'm going to change it around because he went forward and he got on his path, and his path is with God. Get what I'm saying? because drive in my direction. So whoever this person he went to work with told him to come there, evidently, or however this stuff went. That the person will be waiting, or however it went, or a boss or somebody, however this flowing. So we have, he was chewing on it in full. Because he was going to spring into his mission, right? A new job. It don't have to be a Saturday. Whatever day it was a good time. He was going to spring into his life mission, he felt like the sign of Leo that takes action, like a fire sign. He is going to have a look of confidence, because it's a pick one. So it could be where he had to pick a job, one out of two choices of a job, or it was two people, somebody else that he had to compete with for a job. Get what I just said? Because he had a mindset of business like the Virgo sign, business minded, follow me? And he had to be balanced up here like the Libra, follow me? Because he was equipped for the best. And he might have been living a sofa of a life. Not putting his all in at first, but maybe he decided to, as far as with this job. So we have, life was like a jigsaw puzzle. Life itself for Mr. Carter at the time, right? So we have the tension time away. So whoever this person is, he might know this person from the internet, unless he just know him, period, whoever this is, from school or wherever he might know the person at, if he know the person or wherever, because this is the tension time away. Because it says, if I met the person straight, I'm not obligated to take the person back gay. So he might have met this person before, and the person was straight, but then when he went down, or went up, or wherever this place at, where he went at, to this town, the person wound up being gay. Get what I'm saying? So here's the next card. Can you still love me now? You know that I'm gay. Follow me? But Mr. Carter could still do his God's mission, right? That shouldn't have nothing to do with him, because he's dealing with a resource. Follow me, with information. That would be whatever job that was he went to. So we had a full bloom. So he chose the one for full bloom. This is a marriage card, but I make it a job card too. So a job. Something was extraordinary to him as far as in that place. And he had to send it back to the sender, though. Something came about, because he was manifesting his desires. But we got this person here. Can we be friends? And this card mean no, because this person did something bad, because he had to send it back to the sender, right? Because whoever this is really wanted his ideas, his money, or whatever. Get what I'm saying? So he is dealing with somebody in a timid state, somebody who was emotional or rough rider, whoever this person is, some guy. So we got somebody take some kind of pills or take something. But Mr. Carter didn't believe the person. No more pills or drinking. Or the person thought he did, however this was. He was stung, because he wanted structure. Follow me? Because whoever needed to filter their ways, because he thought they was uniquers, and whatever it is, I guess they was going to have a job doing. Because he had plenty of ideas for his fortune. So whoever this person is was testing Mr. Carter. Because Mr. Carter had beautiful feelings about this thing. But in any situation, Mr. Carter needed to gain clarity. Okay, let's just flow. We need the witness to come forward. I feel God talking to you, witness. God talking to you, witness. Because God is going to handle you spiritually. You're going to get punished by God, because you're not opening your mouth and you know just who did it. You know just what happened, who did it. And God wants you to speak up. God wants you to talk. And don't make God tell you more than one time. Because when you talk to your kids, when they little, you want them to do what you say the first time, right? God wants you to do what God telling you, whoever you are. It's been long enough. It's time that you speak up. Because you know that whoever is guilty is charged. You know it. You know purely who it is, who I'm talking to as far as a witness. So we got pool time, queen, pool time. Might have put Mr. Carter in the water some kind of way. Right? So we have number 2, could have been at least 2 people that did it. Okay, so we have right here that, or you in your emotions right now. Right? So it was a margin put between where you got dizzy, a margin put between Mr. Carter and this crowd of people, and he got dizzy and had anxiety, anything like that, because he is dealing with a monster. The person who tried to steal from him, that was a partner or a person from for as far as a job, or whoever this monster is, that was the head of the pack of these people chasing him, who was corny. Because as it exists, that partner or whoever he had with work is guilty as charged, and whoever this head person of this mob of people is guilty as charged. Mr. Carter shouldn't overkind as far as like sitting down eating dinner or anything like that. Don't go overboard and be nice and be overkind, because a lot of money was spent some kind of way and something was being piled up, the tab, the bills or whatever, some kind of way. You have to have a clear mind because some kind of way a fuss happened. So we have right here that, is it my race? Because here's looking at something factual here. Something is written, but is it my race? So a problem coming about. So whoever this man is was going to come stand front and center. We got numbers 502-205, whatever. Part of something as far as a license, door number, birthday, social, phone number, anything as far as Mr. Carter, this witness, or somebody as far as who he went to work for. Because God told him to let spirit in, boom, Mr. Carter. So we have number 10, something. Could have been 10 o'clock. Or it could have been at least 10 people who was mob-like mistreating Mr. Carter. Here's an era of living that was unique. So I'm going to put this with a hotel or wherever he was, someplace. It was somebody wanted him to had full reign submission over him, wanted him to be docile where they could control him. Okay, so he was being adopted. So I'm going to say that he was being adopted means that somebody had him trying to act like they was his parents controlling him and blaming him for something. But they was a monster, right? Somebody felt like this would be the end of their money problems. Or he thought it would be the end of his money problems, this job, this new job, getting a new job. Or somebody thought it would be the end of their money problems, maybe. Because if whoever let Mr. Carter be out there loose out among these wolves, these animals, they're not animals. But that's what it feels like, they animals. That's what's coming to my mind. They act like wild animals. They claim wild animals ate them, but if wild animals ate him, believe me, they didn't kill him. That's a difference. You hear what I'm saying? If they ate him, they didn't kill him. Get what I'm saying? Him being out 3 days or a whole week without water wasn't going to kill him. So I don't know how long he was out. But the animals didn't kill him. Something killed him. Get what I'm saying? He was being calm, or somebody wanted him to be calm as far as money. So we have right here being an extension to the children. He wanted to be an extension to his child. So I guess he wanted to make money. But we can say his mother wanted to be the extension to her child and find out what happened. Okay. This is Mr. Carter. Take a right turn if you plan on doing me wrong, because I obligate myself to this company, to this job, or anything like that. Okay, he saw it now that these people, this partner, whoever he had at this job, had backyard ways of thinking. That mean racist or didn't want to change up, want to keep things a certain kind of way. Follow me? So this is Mr. Carter. Are you holding on for dear life? You'll have to be strong in this thing with this situation with this person with a job or out there in the wilderness. Okay, with this job, he expecting nothing less than the best, and he spelled it out to whoever this man is. He was there as far as a job. So right here, this is out in the wilderness. He had to be alert of the hot spots wherever he is walking at, because once he left that hotel or wherever he was at, he is moving about, and he wound up being at what you call a hot spot, a racist area. Okay, so we have not having protection from my father. My father is abusive. So we had somebody who might was old enough to be his father among those people. Or we have the person who he was working with was old enough to be his father, or he just wasn't having protection of his father because his father wasn't there to protect him. He's going to cheat on his fortune as far as having a new job, working a job, his achievements and things like that. He was going to show that he could build his own future. That's the problem now. A lot of people want to steal from people. You need to build your own things, make your own things, and put the work in, and stop trying to steal from people and think you better than somebody else. Now, I don't care what color you are. It don't matter what color you are. He was going to be that butterfly, and he is getting to his focus point. Okay, he is sustaining himself at a shelter, and the shelter was the hotel or wherever he was. That's considered shelter, right? That's not his home. The job was not his home. But if they took him in a house nearby, a red house or a burgundy house or whatever color that house was, brown house I saw up in my vision upstairs in the middle of the night, that's still considered shelter because that was not his house. Follow me? Okay. He's ready for the love in a healthy way. That means he wanted to be treated nice. And he had to love himself first, though. Simply, he wasn't dealing with the average Joe Blow or Jane Blow. He was dealing with racists. As far as the job, he wasn't dealing with the average Jane Blow or Joe Blow. So I'm going to turn it around. At work, this man that he's working with, whoever it is, saw that Mr. Carter had a lot going on, knowledgeable and everything. He had something going. He had something. And this man wanted it, right? Out there in the hot spots, Mr. Carter had to see that he wasn't dealing with the average Joe Blow. He was dealing with racists out there. Okay? He had heartfelt tears. So some kind of way, tears came in his eyes. His eyes got watery, or he actually cried out there at that place somewhere during the time with these people, or trying to get away from these people or whatever. Right? You had to give a penny for his thoughts. You never know what he was thinking during that time. Put yourself in his position, that you running around, moving around a town that you don't know, with a bunch of people that hate the color of your skin, the person that you actually know there, or know a little bit, or whatever this is with this job situation. You by yourself, and you got people who hate you, that you don't even know, you ain't did anything to, and they trying to take your life away. Imagine that. Put yourself in his position. Shut your eyes and imagine you running through the wilderness from a bunch of animals, a bunch of wolves, a bunch of racists. The man at work was acting like he was doofy, like he didn't know what was going on. He needed to clear his mind because he already know he had things set and planned out that he's going to get Mr. Carter there and try to take advantage of his, whatever he had, his money, his creation, or whatever he had to bring to the table. You already know it, mister. But then, Mr. Carter, he saw that this man had racist ways, backward ways of thinking and everything he thought, and he saw about this man right here, up in here with this part, but he ain't wanna accept that. It's like we don't want to accept something that really is true because we can't believe it, but it is true. So we gotta cleanse our mind and suck that stuff up and believe it because that's what it is. Okay, so let's just go with some more over here. Okay, this person did something strategic, and that is get Mr. Carter there to take advantage and take what was his money, his creation, or whatever he had. Or he is mad with him from, he knew him before, whatever, from somewhere, and he wanted to get him back. And it's called revenge. Right? Do something strategic. Get in a fuss with him. Let him go outside. If his car wasn't working or what was going on with his car. I mean, if he needed gas. I don't know what was going on. Something was going on with his car. Whatever it was. And that wasn't by accident. I mean, that wasn't by accident. All of a sudden, if he had a car and his car ain't work, that wasn't by accident. You trying to take all his money and take his creation or whatever it was going on there, that ain't by accident. If you was trying to come on to him, that ain't by accident. You get in a fuss with him where you go outside, where you know he gonna be gotten by these wolves. That's not by accident. I'm talking to whoever the witness is right now that you need to do some talking. Because it's somebody who know if you didn't lay a hand on Mr. Carter, you saw what happened and you know what happened. Or if you didn't see it, your husband or your wife is one apart who put their hands on him and they told you about it. So that's how you know. Whoever you are, you know. And you need to talk. Because God is going to hold you responsible too. That's how it goes. With God. I'm not talking about man. I'm talking about God. You just as guilty as the person. The longer you hold back and don't talk, you're going to be punished just like these people by God. And that's a fact. You're going to get it. You're going to get spiritual justice, however it come your way. So you better talk to somebody outside of that town and go tell the truth. Because you won't want nothing like that to happen to a family member of yours and nobody open their mouth and talk and help you. And your family going through pain. Imagine his mother's pain. Imagine his daughter's pain. Take yourself from the racist way you are for a minute. If you racist along with these people that you hanging around. And imagine. Okay, this is Mr. Rasheem. Imagine me. You heard what I just said. Mr. Carter saying, imagine me. Put yourself in Mr. Carter's shoes. Put your face there and make your face black. Around a bunch of people who racist that you don't know. And they chasing you down like you a wild animal or whatever was going on. Like they're hunting the animal. Okay, some more for Mr. Carter. I might have to. Mr. Carter. Okay, what is this? It's 8 o'clock. What time is it? Bear with me. Okay. Okay, Let's just see. Some more in the universe. Give me some more Mr. Carter. Give me some more Mr. Carter. Give me some Mr. Carter. But really, sorry. But really, I did like 3 for Mr. Carter. This is like the 3rd one for Mr. Carter. And a lot has been said. We need for the witness to come forth to bring these culprits in. And that's what's needed. That is the piece of the puzzle we need. Is the culprits to be turned in. And somebody know who they are. And we need whoever that is to have their heart softened by God enough to call the FBI or whoever it is to call outside of their town and tell each name it is to tell. Because it's time for Mr. Carter's family to get justice, to get closure, and not just look at him like he a piece of trash that you just threw away, like his life wasn't nothing. I don't know why people seem to think that somebody's life is a piece of trash. I don't get that. It don't only have to be with racism. It could just be anybody and robbing somebody and they kill somebody, take their money and kill them. And young people killing each other. Or people just don't want the children and they kill the mother, the lady won't get an abortion. I just wonder why people feel that somebody's life is not worth living because they mad about something. So you take somebody's whole life away from them like their life is a piece of trash. You saying their life is good as trash. You going all over top of God. God gave life. And you saying, God, you ain't nobody. I'm going to take this person's life. I don't care that you gave it. That's what you're saying. You got to deal with God. You got to deal with God. You're going to have to deal with God. Every hand and every foot that touched Mr. Carter. Every one of you. So if you shot Mr. Carter in his back, because I did have in my last storyline one of them, the gun card. His body wasn't found, so nobody know if he was or not out here because his body wasn't found. But in my vision, in the middle of the night, I wasn't asleep. I was woke like I'm looking at this computer. God showed me like a video. It's like it's a video. A vision is like a video to me. It's like I'm looking at my wall right now, or I'm looking at my hands moving. God showed me Mr. Rasheem, Mr. Carter, walking. He had no shirt on. He was sweating. I saw the back of him. He was walking, and it was like he was looking both directions. It's like you looking for somebody. You don't know or who's coming from which direction. He had a miserable time. Anxiety, all kind of stuff was going on with him. If he never been fearful in his life, he was fearful that day. You people caused a bunch of chaos for Mr. Carter. It was a tragedy. I'm saying it wrong. Travesty. I'm saying it wrong. It's terrible. And you just went on home to just continue to eat, drink your lemonade, sit down and eat, or whatever's going on. Go play golf or whatever you did. You just went on to whatever you did. And act like his life wasn't nothing. Just kill him and just went on. Just killed him and just went on. Fed him to the animals because you saying animals ate him because why would he be laying there for animals to eat him? He didn't die from not having water for 3 days or 4 days or whatever this is. He wasn't even around for 3 and 4 days, I believe. He wasn't even around that long. You don't die from not having no water in 3 days and 4 days. I don't even feel like he was around 3 and 4 days. You murdered Mr. Carter. And what you did was you fed him to the animals. So you making it seem like the animals just ate him and that's how he died. That's a lie. You murdered Mr. Carter. And it's time for justice to be served on a platter. It's time. It's going to be Thanksgiving. You don't need to stay around and be around to eat no Thanksgiving dinner. He not getting to eat any Thanksgiving dinner. You hunted him down like he was an animal. Because I feel he is hunted down. You shouldn't have did anything to him. You should have left him alone. Because I don't know why people think they own the earth. I don't know why people think they own the earth. I don't get that. Last I checked, God made everything on this earth. You didn't make dirt. You didn't make this land. God made this land. I don't know why people think that they can tell somebody where to walk at. I never got that. If you walk around here, that's going to happen. I don't get that. Who made you God? It's time that you get picked up before Thanksgiving. I hope you don't get a Thanksgiving plate. They eat a piece of turkey, a piece of cornbread, or whatever you eat. I hope that you don't get any of it. And let your meal be a meal from prison, from jailhouse, whatever they cook. Because it's time. You shouldn't be able to keep on going on with your life and living good, having Christmases with your children, with your grandkids, your children, eating Thanksgiving dinner, having Halloween parties or whatever you're doing, and you done murdered Mr. Carter and just treated his life like a piece of garbage because of the color of his skin. And then the person who he came to work with, you already know that you was up to no good. You was a snake. You was a cold-hearted snake. And he looked into your eyes. This coming from a song, what I'm saying, because this is coming. He looked into your eyes and he saw that you was telling lies. You're a cold-hearted snake. He looked into your eyes. You was telling lies. He left out of there. It was a fuss. Wait a minute. I don't want any interruptions. Okay, let's see. We need some more. I might go to another video, so just come back. If you see it's another one for Mr. Carter, part 2, come back to finish it up. Let's just see. Something up in here for Mr. Carter. You know, we want those culprits caught. Them culprits caught. We want them. We want them on a platter. We want them on a platter. You don't deserve to eat Thanksgiving dinner. You need to eat some jail food. It's time to eat some jail food. Because you've been living party and good. That's the murder of Mr. Carter, and it's time for you to pay the piper. So, we need for you, witness. You don't have to show your face. You can even disguise your voice. You know you can disguise your voice, right? Disguise your voice. Put a sock over your hand or whatever you got to do and talk on a telephone at the telephone booth or whatever you got to do. However you got to do that thing. And telling on these people. God said, don't jeopardize it. It's in plain sight. You hear me telling you. I'm warning you right now. See, I'm telling you. I'm warning you. I'm telling you. I am telling you. I am telling you. So we have right here that this might have been fast for Mr. Carter. He shouldn't have went in so fast. I don't know how this stuff went. Whoever this is, a collaboration. anything Rush was not worth taking for him. Don't jeopardize it. Okay, here's Mr. Carter. Where's that card? Mention me. I see you, Mr. Carter. I pushed it to, yeah, mention me. This Mr. Carter. And this will be his mommy. Follow me. Mention me. Mr. Carter. Tell my mommy. The opportunity struck and they blame me. The loss of a loved one is hard for you. Oops. So we have right here that shows intense energy with a popular crowd, and that would be these people. That was like the clan or whoever these people were. Okay, let me get the rest of the cards that though. And this is to his mommy, what I'm saying right here. Until I see that it's to lessen his pain, these people needed to respect him. You don't have to be an Aquarius, but, well, you don't have to be an Aquarius, mommy, but whatever his sign, you proud of him. You was proud of him. He wanted it to be over with this caravan of people. So he was feeling protected going to that job. But that was a book of lies. He wasn't protected. Whoever he was working for, or going to get a job from, he asked the person, did they do it? Maybe run up his money or whatever it is. He might have asked them something. And he didn't no longer wanted to impress whoever it was. But then we might have this group of people, this crowd. Because this caravan could be just his job. It's all over with this job, the caravan. Whoever those people was at work, he was feeling protected with these people at work. They was lying some kind of way, trying to get over on them. Okay, he asked them, did they do something or whatever it is. He didn't want to impress anymore, so, you know, it got like it got. So we dealing with people in the woods or in the wilderness or wherever he was. They might have asked him something, did he do it? Or they told him to do something or whatever. They wasn't trying to impress him. They wanted him to pass the test. I don't know what they was talking about, but maybe for this job, he passed the test, or they told him that he didn't pass a test at this job. He's talking to his teacher, that would be his boss. Because the teacher is the boss, somebody in charge of you. But then these people was listening to a main honcho, and that would be the teacher, the main person is giving the instructions. So with his job, they was posing as who they wasn't. Whoever it was, he went there for this job. He was seeking refuge at this job. Person was posing as who they wasn't, making it seem like they was this, that, or a good co-worker. They had stuff going on or whatever, but it was all fake. Okay, he had to welcome. He wanted them to welcome in a flow of love and a fresh emotion at work. Okay, he is picturing a crazy love for this job, but then we might hear this person, partner, co-worker, who this person is that was flirting, that was gay. Well, this person worked hard on showing in his actions that he didn't care about Mr. Carter. Because this person might have had some kind of addiction. Did he get help with addiction? He was feeling protected, maybe. Okay, he was seeking help from Mr. Carter because he was stolen from. He was trying to just get along. Here's a wake-up time for Mr. Carter to continue his life. So he was trying to, okay, so he worked enough on something. He was wondering if he could believe his man, whoever this co-worker is or somebody at that job. He didn't want to be tortured. Torture me not. And he's working something for success. This job, trying to hit a job, anything like that. So this would be his mommy. Because this all is to his mother right here, what I'm saying. So we have right here that his mother is going to move fast on it. As far as the negative energy against her son. Somebody had devil energy, like the Capricorn. They needed to be grounded. She's going to move fast on it because she need to stop the loss of children because her son was murdered. Follow me? So we need a warrant to come so somebody can go to jail. That's what we want. Okay. Because somebody was taking shortcuts to get to Mr. Carter. Those people, because they know those back hill woods, wherever they were. They knew it. He didn't know it. Okay, here Mr. Carter in the spirit. Who's in the spirit? Okay, your loved one is in the spirit, Mr. Carter. Do not hold yourself hostage to the death of Mr. Carter, because Mr. Carter dealt with snakes. He had to get away from these snakes. People in work that were snakes. Laying down beside you is like my first crush. So with this side right here, this person was flirting with Mr. Carter. Okay. Here's Mr. Carter. He was going to go back home to wherever he lived. Bye-bye. Get what they're saying? He was going to go back to wherever he came from, wherever he lived. Follow me? Because we have this person needed to go in treatment. Whoever this is needs to go in treatment because the person had a pill problem. And here we got the race. Somebody need to get a grip. Race is always going to be here. Racist stuff happening. Okay, let's just see. I might have to stop it and come back and do another one. I gotta stop by a certain time. So let's just see. I don't know if I can get it all in by then. I might can. This person, race is always going to be here, so I need to get a grip. So as far as this job, they see we got race. So definitely racist. We need Mr. Carter was captivating, this person was flirting. Follow me? Make up your mind. Or if he had some kind of idea, if he had creation or whatever, still was captivating, and whoever wanted him to make up his mind to kind of probably take it or whatever they was doing. Because he is dealing with a common law person. He might know this person. He might didn't just meet this main person that's a partner or whatever. He might knew the person already. I just don't know. Okay, it's going to take a miracle to make somebody a felon. This person from work or the main honcho in this crowd of people. Okay, this is real life gossip, not snowballs and lollipops, because there's a secret that Mr. Carter could acknowledge. Okay, so we have right here that Mr. Carter was in pain, or this person was just taking pills. Okay, so these people, they realized that Mr. Carter was a genius. This card usually means that you don't realize somebody's a genius, but whoever realized he was a genius. Bread was required. Right, and justice well served. These people felt justice well served. Bread was required. I feel they stole from Mr. Carter. Okay, so we have right here Mr. Carter on the floor. So we take it another way for a minute. Something might have been on the floor that Mr. Carter was looking for. Right? and he might was doing a prayer inside his mind, because he needs to get a time out, because he wanted whoever this person is to be sensitive to him. Comfort is key. He like, they say hugging you, but I like being friends, anything like that, right? I'm going to say, right? Or the person was trying to flirt, like I said. Okay, the person was following him. So to gain, whoever this is needed to go. So let's go. Somebody needed to taper it. Pennsylvania. They was looking at Mr. Carter. If he was easy, they can take advantage of, or a go-getter in business, right? So they just needed to say it because they had hidden feelings inside, or Mr. Carter did. So it's going to be a place setter to testify. We need you, witness. I feel it inside. I just felt it in it. We need you. We need you to talk. Just fade that out. Look, and it's one of my old cards. Just listen to what I'm telling you this card means. They say testify. A place setter. We need you. We need you to testify. Right? We need you. Because Mr. Carter was going to be going to court about his property, and he is going to be a place setter and do some talking. So we have that this person might have been flirting, right? Wanted to know if Mr. Carter was single or whatever was going on, or the person was a married person or taken person or whatever. Mr. Carter was resistant to hold this person accountable as far as flirting maybe, or whatever's going on. Okay, so I want what I signed up for. This would be Mr. Carter. He ain't looking for a man or a woman. He came there for a job, right? So we have right here that it was hatred, and his candle got put out. Follow me? So we have that he is going to be doing God's mission without lovemaking. Because whoever this person is, enjoy other men. Get my drift, right? So we have right here that something was bought from the store, and he sit down. So I think they said Mr. Carter went inside of, I forgot. They say he went in the store and got batteries or something maybe. I don't like saying things wrong. See, because something was brought. He brought something from the store, item. And some kind of way he sit down though. Wherever he sit down eventually. So, okay, because I got to stop. I'm going to have to do another one because I have to stop by a certain time. So I'm going to do another one for Mr. Carter. Because it touches my heart a lot with Mr. Carter and so many that I do. So I'm going to come back and do another one.